Oh, 7-star citizens, and welcome back to 2026 and Answer the Call. Your weekly, well, at least in this case, 2 weekly, we had a little bit of a break, call-in show and podcast about everything Star Citizen related. How you doing, Mike?
Great. Long break for me, and it was a good
Mm-hmm.
one. Um,
Yep.
yeah, just all I did was play a little bit of Eve, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Manor Lords, and hung out
Nice.
with my family. Just lots of
Yeah.
cousins and uncles and aunts, and saw everybody. And it was so cold. It was so
Yeah.
cold. I know it's summer for you, but it
It
was
is, but we've had a like pretty cool summer.
like
It's been
mild.
like Christmas and New Year's, like that entire week, was like below 20 degrees Celsius, which I think 20 is like 76 or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
like for a summer, like pretty cold.
We were -7 Celsius. Where we were, and
Nice.
it was cold, and we never saw the sun, and it snowed.
Yeah.
My wife is from Venezuela. We're not
Hmm.
talking about the current events, just just that's where she's from. And
Yep.
she has never shoveled snow. She had never seen snow. So
I've
she
never seen
was
snow.
really
I want to see
so she,
snow. Yeah.
yeah, it's fun. Like, she was the first day it snowed, and it was perfect
Hmm.
snow for snowballs. I taught her what snowballing actually means, like you know how
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the snowball goes down a hill and it gets bigger and bigger and
Yeah. It just gets
bigger.
bigger and bigger.
Yeah, like we did that, made a snowman, and
Hmm.
then so that was easy. The next snowstorm while we were there was big, and my dad just had
Yep.
surgery, so he can't shovel, and she was pumped to shovel. 5 minutes in,
Yep.
Michael, we are never moving to a place that snows. That was 5 minutes. It took like 3 shovels.
Yeah.
She was done.
Amazing.
I enjoyed it. It was fun to like help out because
Yeah. Yeah.
the neighbor paid $125 to have some guy come with a snowblower for 10 minutes. And
Yeah.
we obviously were like doing it for free for my family. And it was just nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I enjoyed helping in that situation. But
No, it's
yeah,
good.
I literally didn't even think about Star Citizen. I read the first paragraph of the
Yeah. Yeah.
Roberts letter while I was on the plane, and I don't
Yep.
like flying. So
Yep.
I didn't feel like being upset, and I just closed it. And then I did not open it again until I came back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah.
that is what we'll
I
cover first
glanced.
today, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I glanced at it and then did not read it until today, pretty
Yeah.
much. Because yeah, I busy 2 weeks. We went down the coast to my family's. We had my side of the family has 3 newborns from 2025,
Oh,
including my
nice.
own.
So getting
So
everybody
lots of
together.
babies, getting everyone together. It was good fun. Um, yeah. Wish I wasn't playing Star Citizen anymore. God damn.
Yeah. Like the break from
Felt like a
it.
chore. Yep.
The break from Star Citizen coming back was much more difficult than I thought it would be. So this whole
Hmm.
like year of playability from last year, I come back and I'm like, no. I don't know. Like there's
What
the
if I
word
play something
no.
else? Yeah.
Yeah. So like I just wait until my patience is run out,
Hmm.
and then I play Manor Lords right now. And then whenever I'm bored
Yeah.
of Manor Lords, I'm getting pretty close to it, I'll go into
Hmm.
something else. And
Yeah.
it's just like today what happened? Oh, I'm getting close to getting a new Wicklow ship on my alt account,
Hmm.
and I need favor. And somebody gave me a
Yep.
suggestion that the Gilly missions are really good for favor. So I was like, okay, I can start like grinding those. I never did them on the alt, so I started doing them. And I'm
Hmm.
using all ballistics. I ran out of ballistics. So I went to go repair,
Yep.
land on the pad, nothing. Before I went to go repair, couldn't quantum travel to Everus Harbor. So once I landed on the pad and saw nothing, I just alt
Hmm.
F4'd.
Yeah.
Open Manor Lords. I said nothing, and then everybody knew what was going on. They were like, Manor Lords,
Yeah.
yay!
Yeah.
Enough of this. So yeah, it was
Amazing.
tough. But okay, so you read the Roberts letter today.
Yes.
All right, let's transition into that. What is one word, or maybe like a few words, How would you describe it?
Um, a retrospective about stuff we already know.
For the most part, right?
You
Yeah.
know, yeah. Like last year's letter from the chairman was, look, we're on the eve of 4.0. Here's what we want the year to be. We
Mhm.
went over it in the final episode of last year.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is what we want this year to look like, blah, blah, blah. And then once again, whether or not they hit certain targets, we talked about as well. But that's what it was. It was a look forward. This is just, here's how good last year was. And it didn't feel to me like anything else,
It's
with one small exception later.
their obsession with these metrics that are
Yeah.
not actually representative of the true state of the game, and if somebody on the outside would play it a lot more,
Yeah.
or is, I think, starting to scare me.
Yeah, like it's an important and it is a impressive metric. Like they post
Yes,
in here again.
sure.
40 to 60% increase in average daily users, 57 fewer player disconnections per 1 million, whatever. Like those are good metrics, those are good numbers, and like you should be maybe not impressed, but at least emboldened in some case. Like CRG should
Yeah,
with those numbers and whatnot.
it proves that, like, what they did worked.
Yeah.
But, like, we're looking at some of the events that they did.
Hmm.
I I wonder a little bit about certain things, like the rewards, the FOMO, the you have to
Hmm.
be there to get these things and then they'll never come back, even though we're starting to see event rewards and sub items and other things just like magically
Hmm.
making it onto the into like just containers that you walk around. Like, are all of these
Yeah.
things that we were said you had to be there, are they really you had to be there things, number one? But
Hmm.
uh like, I felt emboldened to go and play because of that. Yes, so that
Hmm.
metric, like, makes sense and it works.
Yeah.
But again, at what point are we going to, is mainstream the right word? Like, make the game more playable, which
Yeah,
was
that's
like
the
the
thing,
whole
right?
idea
Yeah.
of the year. And it's like, we played more, but did you actually make the game more playable?
Exactly.
So
Like
yeah.
I think to speak on that and then to like speak on maybe a way that they should have done this differently. Um my theory for like the last sort of half of last year was that the reason these numbers had been so much higher is just because you gave players a reward that required you to play more. You
Yeah.
know?
And
And
the server
that's
stayed
okay.
up.
Yes, for sure, right?
So,
Far less
like,
rage quitting, and
thumbs
that
up,
sort of
great
thing, right?
job. Like, yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. Like, don't want to always put the negative, but like, there's a reality to this as
yeah,
well that they don't seem to want to pay much attention to.
yeah. Like that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like I think they have the numbers are good, but I feel like they have learnt the wrong lesson from it. Maybe
Exactly. Yeah.
where it's like, oh, see, we fixed the game so well. It's like you did some fixes. They
Yeah.
were okay. I almost guarantee you that is not the reason why this worked. The reason why this worked is because of the content that you delivered this year and
Yeah.
the ways that that was implemented, right?
Combined
Um,
with better stability. So you did like fix
yeah.
the worst actor of those metrics was
Mhm.
30K gone. My progress in the mission I was doing, gone. My inventory
Yeah.
that I had, if I was doing like a cargo mission, not usable anymore. Like, all of that
Mhm.
stuff, right? So those
Yeah.
being fixed is like obviously a massive, massive, massive importance. But
Yeah.
like you said, I don't
All
think that they're they're learning the right lessons here.
yeah. All I really needed for me to like think that it was essentially okay and that they had thought the right things is for just like another paragraph during the Star Citizen section, because that's obviously mostly what we're talking about here. That was like, and we understand there's a long way to go, and we want to
Yeah,
continue to focus on playability. We want to
yeah,
continue to focus on bug fixing and stuff. But once again, they mostly kind of were just like, we're so cool. Look at all the stuff we
yeah.
did.
It was
It just
just
felt
this,
it felt
man.
very different to last year. So
Yeah, it was like, look at how great we did. And it's like, yeah, but you
yeah,
started in the worst possible point.
Yeah.
So of course, like if you didn't do better, your doors would be closed. Like you wouldn't even
Yeah.
exist. So it's like,
Yeah.
here's something I want to touch on. And honestly,
Mhm.
I really don't want to be overly negative about this because it's whatever. Because the year was good. I
Oh.
played more than ever. Like there's lots of
Mhm.
good things to say. This is, I think, delusional. Is every day it handles tens of thousands of players concurrently, blah, 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 blah. First off, no, it doesn't. It struggles all the
I was gonna
time.
say handle
Like,
is doing like the
handles
longest
is, yeah.
weightlifting.
And then look at them putting 700 players in italics when
Yeah.
making an MMO like they did something amazing. Yes,
Well, look,
700
it's
is more than
yeah.
100. But
Look,
you also
700 people.
made the play
700
space
people.
really
Yeah,
big,
they
much
did.
larger
They
than
made it one
MMOs
bigger.
play spaces are typically.
700 players in an MMO is impressive in one thing, and that is a single like event or a single
Exactly.
fight or something like that,
At a
right?
place.
Which I dare you to get 700 people in Star Citizen
Well,
together.
I mean,
to have
and
a
that's
fight.
why I wanted to bring this up is because they don't seem to get it. Because they go for
Yeah.
something that simulates everything to the level of detail that we do at the scale that we do in first and third person. This is truly a mind-boggling achievement. Yes, it is. Okay. How does that equate to your end goal, which is a video game? And
Yeah.
it's hard for me as a player to like be excited for you or happy for you because it's not affecting me in the way that it is affecting them internally. Like we set
Mm.
out to do this thing that is crazy difficult to do and we did it. You
Yeah.
should be proud of that. I don't want to knock on them for being proud of that. They did something really difficult and they did it. Like
Yeah.
great. But why was that ever a goal in the first place is kind of the problem, because then they go on to say
Sure.
most other multiplayer games top out between 50 to 100 players in much more contained space than we allow you to explore in Star Citizen. Who are your comparisons here? Battlefield? What game are you
No,
trying to make?
So no, I think that it is a relevant comparison. However, Star Citizen is also that. You are not getting more than 50 to 100 people in a like game relevant area, right? Because you
Bro,
could say, oh well, there's 100 people over at
Daymar Rally.
Ruin Station. There's 100 people. Yeah, no,
Daymar Rally
I love the
starting
Daymar
line.
Rally. Buggy as hell, right?
Yeah.
Just because there's too many people, you can't do it, right? So realistically, 50 to 100 in one area, even in Star Citizen, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Like that will bug you out. That will ruin your FPS and stuff.
Of course.
So it's just like they they're saying nothing. They're kind of saying
It's
nothing
such a
here.
who are
it
you
doesn't make
talking
sense.
to? Who are they talking to? Like, who is this bringing in? It's such a weird like this one was the one where I was just like, what is going on? And then they go on to say, and the MMOs with higher player counts in the same instance don't simulate and render the world to the extent that we do. You know why? Because they put gameplay and fun first. Like, again, why are you happy about this is the part that I struggle with so much. And if they actually believe that after doing all this, that they will achieve MMO levels of concurrency in the same instance, then fine with it within the next couple of years. But I don't think any of us believe that that's possible. So what is this trying to say? And that's the part that I was just like, guys, we all need to be on the same page. Developer and player needs to be on the same page. Yes, people were pogging out about VR. By the way, I picked it up yesterday. I actually have it from the guy that called in, Bombit, which is awesome.
Nice.
But that is an aspect of Star Citizen that's very special. But like, there was so much more that I think a lot of people were expecting, and this is contradicting all of that.
Yeah, I even like once again, the big like highlight for me last year was the content, and I'm sure that's the
100%.
case for a lot of players.
Yep.
And it feels like they didn't once again, Chris. I keep saying they. It's as far as I'm aware, it's just Chris when he writes these, and there's like no proofreading or anything. Um, he
There's
doesn't really
definitely
mention it that
proofreading.
much. It's like a small, a small little paragraph. I think it's the one that's under this picture, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's so much more to talk about on that, and to talk about like the way that players have been playing the game has evolved so much over the year, right? Like
Yeah.
that sort of stuff, I think is something that if you are doing a retrospective, you probably should be focusing on more.
100%. I think
So yeah,
another thing here is like talking about how many patches they did, how many PTU builds they did, how many live publishes, and several tech previews, which is funny. Several is funny, but the like that was when they said that they were going to do this many patches at the beginning of the year. Did you believe that they were going to be capable of achieving it? Right.
No shot.
So
I was like, all right, well, they'll definitely accelerate at least a little bit, but I didn't expect them to essentially get one every single month.
I thought that was one of the better parts of the year, because if you were running into a problem that hey man, this thing I really like doing, like for example, mining. I think there's been some issues with the mole. I think that they've carried on a little longer than they should maybe. But you knew within a month they were going to probably address that issue. So it this year compared to last year in terms of playability, even if it wasn't playable, a certain thing, most likely it would be addressed in some way. Like I'm using lots of words here because most things ended up breaking. Everything that's on the screen is broken in the current experience in some way, shape, or form.
Do I have to say though, this screenshot, 100% my teammates. Anytime I'm playing any game, giant Valakar, 3 of them trying to take down a single add-on Valakar on the left side.
Yep. Exactly, because the ads are the most annoying in this fight. They're super annoying. But yeah, this was the year that this was the part of the year that I enjoyed, and it was probably more on the PTUs that I enjoyed it than on live. Was like, oh, there's all this new stuff, and then like watching it grow and build and learning it, and everybody's in the community was kind of trying to figure out these things together as well. Then they go on to talk a lot about VR, Christmas surprise. I think we hammered that a lot last week. Again, more talking about engagement, concurrency, and so on. And then this was kind of funny as well, a little bit, is Squadron 42, I think. Okay. On the Squadron 42 front, the first thing is the most important in my opinion. Our focus through 2025 was to build on the progress of 2024. And yes, all chapters are fully playable. There's a part where maybe it's on the next paragraph. No, there was a part where he was like, "That's our goals for this year as well." Like, we're still doing that. Nothing has changed, right?
Yeah, I think it's there somewhere. Like it's obviously been the focus. When we get to predictions, we'll talk a little about Squadron prediction, but a big like they have put a lot of confidence into 2026 release still. I put out a tweet just after New Year's making a joke that, hey guys, Squadron comes out this year. And Jeff Zanelli responded to it with, yeah. Which was like interesting. And then you check like all of his tweets.
He was just going nonstop about
responding to Jeff Keighley and like the Game Awards and stuff about like Squadron's coming out this year. News about Squadron this year, right? So at the very least, someone heavily tied to the project. Very, very going hard.
The composer being heavily tied? I don't know. That seems so dangerous.
No, I know. He probably finished the music 4 years ago.
Yeah. Here is where they mention Squadron being the priority in 2026.
On the horizon? Yeah.
As we move towards beta. So the thing that I took from the Squadron conversation at least was 2026, and for our predictions, will probably feel a lot like 2025 did. So if you hated
Mm.
2025, you're probably going to hate 2026,
Yep.
right? I don't know how many people hated it. I didn't. I have my complaints, but I
Yeah.
did not hate it. It was my least
At
hated
least
year
they
of all time.
yeah. At least they don't have to spend the first like couple months of the year focusing on server meshing bugs and stuff. So there's
Exactly.
something to that at least.
Hopefully it's on cleaning up a lot of the crap that they left over from previous events and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. To like sort of transition into our predictions. Eye on the
Yes.
horizon. Um, server meshing will become dynamic.
Well,
Is that dynamic server like I was like, "Ooh, well, okay, it'll probably just be dynamic to some extent, but
yeah.
over the next couple of years that's obviously going to improve over, they're not going to stop working
Yeah.
on stuff like that. So sure, there's going to be some dynamism with server meshing. That is exciting. That's a huge deal.
Hmm.
I think I missed the top, which is expanding core systems, engineering, inventory, crafting, social tools, and other foundational
Yeah.
features. That's kind of the one sentence of what they're like loosely planning for the year, I guess. Was
Well, it means the focus of this year is we should expect more features this year than last year, right?
mm-hmm.
The one major feature we got last year was engineering. We should well, once again, not maybe we should expect, but their focus involves more features this coming.
Yeah, and I think we actually get engineering in 2026 where we get some aspects of it. We got some aspects of it in 4.5, but I
Mhm.
largely feel like the game in the uh when my ship dies experience is
Yeah.
almost exactly the same. It's just
Yeah.
okay, my ship shuts down and the NPCs keep shooting me until I die. Like that's really
Mhm.
been the only difference. If I was going to die in 4.4, in that it would have been the same. It would just looked a little bit different.
Yeah.
And then repair wise, there's some things you could do, obviously, but I think there's more to come with engineering.
Mhm.
I don't know. Is there anything on that top sentence that you want to touch on before we like move
No,
on a little bit?
not
Okay.
really.
Dynamic server meshing is like said to be happening. That's, I believe, one of the things to allow us to have more players, which is one of the big things that I
Yeah.
was not happy with, which in that, patting on the back 700 player thing.
Mhm.
As we expand outward, we're also building deeper. So they're going Genesis planets is the next step
Yep.
in planetary tech. I mean, we've seen this for the last 2 years at CitizenCon. Very beautiful for
Mhm.
you and I who like the industry side of things, mining and stuff like that. It should, is my understanding, visually represent where certain rocks types may be, maybe some
Yeah.
harvestables where they may be, and so on. We have
Yeah.
seen
It's
the
supposed to make more
harvestables.
sense.
Exactly. So that's huge for me at least. And then
Mhm.
Starchitect mentioned. So sounds like that is in the plans for 2026 as well. What does that mean to you?
Well, Starchitect is ugh, I forget his name at the moment, but during the Manchester SitCon,
Ian.
it was the Ian. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
Yeah, when he did his presentation about like here are all the different outposts and different locations and wrecks and whatever that you might be interacting with. And
Yep.
then he did that big zoom out, and it was like there's
Yep.
200 here and there's 120 here, whatever.
Yeah.
So all that says to me actually when they mentioned Starchitect here is just like expect Genesis and Starchitect to be integrated a little bit more
Mhm.
than maybe they had let on before, right? So maybe the because we know with Genesis like type of location is a bit more important now. Maybe locations will be more tied to that as well. So I mean, you were
It
just
even said
mentioning
that they
mining,
would.
maybe mining style outposts, maybe yeah,
Yeah.
like
That was
situated
in that
in different areas.
Starchitect demo. Was like the
Yeah,
biome will dictate what the type of building will be
outposts and
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um this is a positive and a negative for me. I think the year has shown in terms of like it's weird. Starchitect contradicts this push towards instancing a little bit from just my small brain that doesn't know anything about game development. Was Starchitect seemed like their solution for, oh my god, there's bottlenecks everywhere. People are getting killed at places that we absolutely don't think that there should be PvP at. Players should be able to experience these QV stations or Onyx stations or whatever on their own, and they made hundreds of them, right? So it was like,
Yeah.
oh, is that what Stark? Is that their goal
I
here
think
a little bit?
I don't think so. I think Star Architect is more just it's designed to be a way for them to one easily populate
Hmm.
planets just at the first stage, but then also with more and more unique locations
Yeah,
without having to precede each one. So I don't think it's an instancing problem because obviously you'll if it was just an instancing problem, you'd have one location and you would just instance that you would just go there every
that's why
time.
I'm saying it
You know.
contradicts it a little bit. But what you said, I think, is the most important point, and I'm glad you said it because I was going to get there. Is
Mm,
Eve reference coming, everybody? Uh, I played Eve, and I did distribution missions while I was on
mhm,
holiday because they're pretty chill. They're in high sec. I'm not going to get ganked most likely, and they're there's something I could have kind of done while
mhm,
walking away from the computer a lot. But what I noticed with those was that, oh, wow, these stations are owned by companies. So I'll give a tiny bit of lore is I'm in Caldari space, which are like hyper capitalist. It's like
yeah,
capitalism at its like final form. And there's many of these companies that live or that work within that umbrella. And one of them was like Quaif. They make
yeah. Cola,
drugs and cola.
don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, cola. And so they make like drugs in the game, but not illegal ones, just ones that are used
Yeah.
for like beneficial things. And they they were in those missions like accepting items that made sense for that location. And it was just like, "Oh wow, this tiny line of lore completely changed my outlook on like I was like, oh, this like I was enjoying it and it made sense.
Mm,
And it was like that's what I look at Starchitect hopefully delivering is
mhm,
CIG makes 10, 20 more different companies that work on all sorts of different things, specialize in who knows whatever and name X thing here, it doesn't
yeah,
matter. And then the missions that come and go from those locations make sense, and where they go to
mhm.
makes sense. So that's what I'm hoping Starchitect delivers. The other side of it is aren't we supposed to be populating these planets and moons? I know we can't entirely, as it would be very difficult, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even honestly, even with Stark Architect, you'll probably like just watch once we get base building, still how barren some of these planets are gonna feel.
Yeah.
Like it'll be crazy.
Mm.
Um,
I hope they do a little bit because you want that feeling of openness
you want
as
you
well
feeling,
too, right?
yeah, you want the feeling like you're kind of colonizing it, like you're kind of yeah,
Exactly.
you've gotten your own little piece of paradise, but like you're not running into people a billion times.
Exactly. The next part is laughable until they actually prove otherwise. Supporting this will be a new AI population management system that creates inhabitants appropriate to their local environment and enables more complex interactions between agents. I don't know what the word agent means, but it probably ain't us, is my
Yeah, no,
guess.
it wouldn't be. It would be yeah between NPCs presumably.
Yeah, because I mean, our
Yeah,
interaction between AI is not great, and I don't think that
yeah,
this will improve on that. So any talk about improving AI is just like, all right, well, believe it when I see it, guys.
yeah.
This approach to building living, breathing planets is key to scaling the game to the heights that we're aiming for. Okay, cool. Can't wait to see it. Then they talked about upgrading core systems, so item recovery. That's
Mhm.
hey, we can laugh at it, but that hopefully means um getting away from tier 0. And I said
Yeah.
this in week in review. I am not happy with item recovery, the way they do inventory, the way they do insurance, and their persistence. Everything listed here.
Mhm.
I hate where it is, and I hate everything they've said about where it's going.
Yeah.
But I hate tier 0 a lot more than that.
Yeah.
So I am excited to see where they go, where the holes are, where the problems are, where we can give
Mhm.
feedback, and hopefully work them out of this idea that of losing absolutely nothing is that I don't know. It's a weird one. So you just need to see how it works before we can criticize the ideas that they have. I think that's the most
Yeah.
important thing. Is like they have to put it in practice in some way. They have these ideas. Their ideas have largely been we talked about the year, like they have some good ideas and they've not had some good ideas. This is one of the ones
Mhm.
that I think is not a good idea, but I just think it's not a good idea. What if it's a great idea? I thought item
Yeah.
recovery tier 0 was going to be the worst thing ever, and in some aspects it is. But in a lot of other aspects it's not, right?
Mhm.
So there were positives and negatives that came with it. So we'll see how this one
Yeah.
goes, and I'll be giving my feedback, as everyone knows, for sure. And then we mentioned the Squadron 42 beta thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about
Um.
the item recovery and all that stuff? Because I just went on a rant, but I didn't give you much of a
Uh.
shot.
I was just gonna say the only thing that out of that I was like, all right, cool, like do it, please, was just them talking
Exactly.
specifically about stability and speed. Um. Inventory itself has it's one of those
It's
systems once
awful.
again where it's like CRG brought it in to be fair, over a better system. The original inventory system was dog shit. Um, but then like it's got so many problems.
Yeah.
So many problems. Bugs that have existed since inventory first came out.
Yep.
Speed. This is why I'm glad they mentioned speed. Oh
It's the
dear god.
biggest problem, right?
Even when they brought in the squadron tech, yeah, it sped up some stuff quite a bit, right? Like it sped up your ammo looting and your like med looting, whatever, a lot. But it's still too slow, even then, and
Yep.
it's just a terrible experience, right? Um, so yeah, cool. Please do in fact do that, and then yeah, I'll be happy.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with the current inventory system not changing at all, just make it more performant. If they
Just
couldn't do that,
fixing, yeah.
yeah. So that's like a big thing for me. But
Mhm.
yeah, that was Robert's letter. I was
I have one more thing to say about the squadron section just down
please.
here, as in like in that. So that big paragraph is squadron. Um, yeah, cool. Talking about it. Beta's coming. Whatever. When it's time, you and the rest of the gaming world will hear a lot more from us.
Oh yeah, this and they're
Um,
not doing a
this,
long drawn out marketing
yeah,
campaign.
that's fine.
Yeah.
They are 100% showing a trailer at Games Fest, the Summer Games Fest. That's
Summer Games
100% what that
Fest?
means.
What is Summer Games
100%.
Fest?
So
This is
you know the Game
that's not
Awards
Steam.
halfway through the year. No. So
Okay.
Jeff Keighley does an event halfway through the year called Summer Games Fest. And then as
Ah.
part of it, Xbox then do the next day, and then PlayStation then do the day after. Yeah, it's basically a
Mm,
replacement for E3. So
got it. Okay.
other than the Game Awards, in fact, it's probably on par. Like the biggest and just announcement of games all the time,
Yep.
right? Um, them saying when it's time, you and the rest of the gaming world will hear a lot more from us. I think that's
It'll
speaking
be
more
an
to that. Like they will
outwards.
do a
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
It's just
So
not going to be a YouTube trailer. It'll be well, it will
yeah.
be, but it will be on a
End of
different
Inside
platform.
Star Citizen. By the way, guys, Squadron 42
Or
release date.
how ridiculous would it be if you were totally wrong on this? Now, I think you're right, but what if you were totally wrong and their version of the whole gaming world was that one German magazine that they send everything to and
Yeah.
PC Gamer, and that's it?
Yeah.
PC
That's
Gamer
everyone.
trailer, German magazine, the whole gaming world.
No,
Yeah,
I
and a
fully
Twitter
expect
post.
I fully expect when you get Summer
GameStar, yeah.
Games Fest, they will bring out like Chris and Mark Hamill will like walk out,
Mm.
or like because that's what they do as well, right? When they do these announcements of these types of games, they bring out like a big name voice actor or whatever to like show it off, and that's what I expect. Which is also my first prediction of 2026
All
is
right.
just announcement of release date. At Summer Games Fest.
My first prediction is on the same thing. Squadron 42 gets delayed.
That's my second prediction.
Oh, so your first prediction is your second prediction. They do give it an announcement, but it is not 2026.
Correct. Yeah. So,
okay.
yeah. So I think both of those things will happen, right? They will do their big announcement. It may have already been delayed at this point, whatever. But I don't think it's getting there 2026. Just because of track record. I don't think it's like, once again, they're sounding more and more confident. And I don't think it is necessarily too bad if it gets delayed one more year and only one more year.
I wouldn't even say a year, just like, I don't know. Does it have to be at Christmas? Games don't have to come out on Christmas to be successful. So, yeah.
In fact, a lot of the, if you want, like a lot of the big AAA studios tend to release like August, October.
Yeah.
We tend to get a lot of those. So, like a time like that can often help a lot too. But, yeah, it's just track record. I think it's just likely that it'll get delayed. Once again, they are more confident than they've ever been. Well, since I've been in the project, they've been more confident than they've ever been of release. Flashback to that, was it the 2016 video where it's like 4.0 is coming out in 6 months or whatever. But I also think it'll be fine. I don't think it'll be necessarily an issue with that delay, as long as the game is good. Yeah.
Somebody in chat said they want to try to go for Game of the Year. I looked for the first Copium emote I could find and replied to him.
What game doesn't want to go for? I mean, I guess like the new Assassin's Creed probably doesn't want to go for Game of the Year, but you know what I mean? Like, you're a new IP, yeah, you're probably gonna try to win games by, guess what, guys? Trying to make a good game? Is that crazy? That's wild.
Yeah.
Insane. There is obviously, a lot of people who's like, oh, well, GTA 6. GTA 6 also not coming out this year. You guys are big huffing copium. That is 100% getting delayed to next year. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that anytime we say that these are getting delayed, both games, GTA 6 and this, it's coming from zero factual information to make that point. It's straight feelings.
It's vibes. It's very vibes
just
based.
Vibes.
But then also, like, what AAA game, like, and I'm saying, like, you know, your Starfields, your Cyberpunks, whatever, that for the last like 5-6 years hasn't been delayed multiple times.
Yeah.
And like still relatively close to its release too, right? Like within 6 months of release, sometimes still gets delayed by a couple months. It's just.
Do you think it's part of the marketing plan now? Like, I don't even think they're delayed.
That'd be
it's
a really
like the cheapest way to do marketing,
you know? Yeah, that'd be an interesting one. I don't know, because it's like, do they lose money when this happens?
No,
Squadron might, because when you've delayed it this much.
None of them do, because none of them have pre-orders. It only matters once you have the pre-order out.
Yeah.
Right? So you lose nothing, but you gain.
I want to see
like you gain people talking about you.
I want to challenge for Mike and or someone just in the community. I want like a 20-minute video essay going through games that have had. Anyway, a 20-minute video essay going through where like, here's Cyberpunk, and here's how many it had pre-ordered before it delayed, and here's how many it had pre-ordered before it delayed and stuff.
Yeah,
that'd be really interesting. The conspiracy theory is real.
Like, did Cyberpunk offer pre-orders before delaying? That's obviously
I think before
a
the
negative.
Final delay it did.
Yeah,
but like
that's bad.
It definitely, like, I think if more eyes were on Cyberpunk, the more and more it got delayed, for sure. I don't think that was the case for Starfield necessarily.
People were hyped for Starfield, but again, they didn't have any pre-orders. And when they did put out pre-orders, it had its final release date, I believe. So,
Mm.
because for Starfield in particular, they have to have everything kind of ducks in a row because they have that, the physical package, right? So they really have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
kind of know with that game. I
yeah,
think Cyberpunk did though too. So,
yeah.
yeah, but yeah, I think oh, that's true. I see it in YouTube chat that
Mm.
Take Two stock takes a hit, those kind of things. So their stock
Yeah.
prices go down when they say that. So that conspiracy is probably a dumb
It
theory
depends.
because
It
I mean these
depends.
guys don't want stock prices to go down. That's all they live for, right? So yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I want someone to do the video because it's like, yeah, the stock price goes down, but then it comes back up within 6 months and is higher than it's ever.
Yeah. Stock price goes down,
Um,
they do stock buybacks, and then they
yeah, exactly. Oh,
it
they
goes
buy the
up.
dip. They buy their own dip. The
Yeah.
conspiracy goes deeper.
Yeah.
They're delaying for stock price
I
purposes.
just continue to feed it. I continue to feed this conspiracy.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so
Anyway, that's Squadron.
yeah.
I don't have any other Squadron related
No, what else is there to
predictions.
have? Like what
Yeah,
if
same.
it does come out of is it going to be buggy? I mean, who cares? I don't know. But the what's what's your next prediction?
Uh, Next one's a pretty normal one, but it's just like a interesting one. So, uh, assuming, and this kind of related to Squadron, I guess, assuming that they do actually, like before October, they do the big announcement about Squadron releasing whenever it's going to release. We're probably gonna we're probably back to live Citizen Cons, and I think we're back in Manchester. Just a small one.
Mm. I didn't even think about CitizenCon when I was thinking about this stuff. I thought game only.
Yeah,
That's it.
I
I
think this
just
is. Look, I think this is finally the sitcom that is like 90% Squadron. You
Yeah,
know?
you're right. I don't think they're ever going to do it in Germany. I don't think they're ever going to do it in Montreal, but I would love
And
to
now
see
that they
them do a
don't have the LA
Montreal one.
office anymore, or like they don't have as many people in the LA office anymore,
Yeah,
the
and
like
Austin is too
incentive to go
small.
there is not as that for there. Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah. Although Austin's a good location because it's central to the US that it's a lot
mhm,
easier for us to get there, but outside of that, um
yeah,
I really want to see it in Montreal. Really, really
yeah,
badly. I just want to visit the city and I think it would be really cool. And
yeah, be dope as well.
yeah, that would be cool. I did not think about that. So yeah, you're probably right. We're definitely going to get our old school. Ooh, I don't think we'll ever have a Citizen Con like we've had in recent
Well, yeah,
years.
once you have a game, um,
Yeah. It's more of a
it changes the
celebration
dynamic.
of the community only.
Yeah,
So
becomes a lot more community focused.
yeah, it's going to change entirely. I mean, who knows? Maybe they do one like major expansion type thing each year.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But I don't
Like they
know.
still
I mean,
once again think of BlizzCon. Obviously, they have a lot more IP to draw from and to do, but like combining the esports of their properties with the announcements of
mhm,
all the stuff they have for their properties, mixing that with like interviews with artists and all this sort of stuff, and making it
yeah,
a bit more of more of an actual convention rather than a pretty half decent slideshow. Um,
yeah.
it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I think as we get more into that, we get less and less of ISCs every week, SCLs every
Yeah,
week. All that
for sure.
stuff will go
But
down. That
maybe more of like the once again what CCP do, where they do their live squads every week and stuff like that.
yeah, and they play come and kill us. We got some loot on us and
Yeah,
like stuff like that.
bit more stuff like that.
Yeah, or just like fun events in the game. Yeah, like Easter egg hunts, whatever. That would
Yeah,
be cool for sure. The yeah, I the other thing I was thinking was that yeah, like just CitizenCon wise is will they go and do that one like because BlizzCon's kind of a big thing for a big announcement for the next expansion of stuff.
yeah.
Uh will CIG even go that direction anymore given how successful last year was? Or are they going to just drip feed us for the rest of our lives? Do you think they're going to put a patch out every month from now until the end of time? Probably not, right? So I think eventually,
Probably not even this year. That's
yeah,
actually an important point. That Chris didn't mention that
that's my
in
prediction,
the chairman. Is that we do or we don't?
is that we don't.
Yeah, I
How
think that's
can
fair.
they maintain that pace?
Yeah, it's
Like,
crazy.
and I think the pace, while good for us at times, showed that the game actually suffered from it. Like,
Yeah,
they didn't have the time to work out a really problematic bug because patch always goes.
Mhm.
So there, my chat just has emotes of Rich Tyrer, and they just,
yep.
you know, they don't, the words don't even have to be uttered. It's just his face. Patch always goes, and I don't think they could do that. So I think,
I
do we
agree.
go back to 4 patches again? I don't know
I don't think we
exactly
go back
what
to
it is.
4.
Yeah, because they know
It'll
that
probably be
it
a
worked.
weird little mix. Yeah, it'll be a weird little mix where it's like maybe we got 6 to 8 patches this year. Um,
But do they
your
keep?
mix of content and bug fixes and stuff.
Yeah,
But
like
also
do they keep doing
a
events
patch
every month? But patches.
probably, right? Because like you've got a couple of events because some events are very small, but they still like count as your monthly thing,
Sure.
right?
Yeah,
Like
like
your Halloween events and
yeah.
that sort of stuff. Um, so like there's enough that they could do where it's like maybe this patch lasts 2.5 months, but within that patch there's an activation event here, activation event here, whatever.
Ship sail
That
here,
maybe
ship
works a
sail
little
there,
bit.
new ship this.
Well, always ship sales everywhere.
Of
But
course, but
yeah.
they typically couldn't do those because we would know they were there.
Well,
So they would
they
have
could
to
be
do.
like minor patches. Like a minor patch where it's
Mm,
just introducing a ship is not like what I'm thinking. You know, like the patches we
yeah,
got last year, a lot of them were major patches. Well, felt like major patches because huge block of content, huge block of content. You know, engineering, blah blah blah, Nix, blah blah blah. Whereas you can mix in just a couple of boring .1 type patches.
D-Rec and Twitch chat saying, don't they need a patch per event like the Red Letter, Coromore, all that stuff? I don't know. Like, are they able to put the event in and not have it active? Is that a thing that's
They
possible?
can with missions. Um, I don't know otherwise if they can, but like once again, you could then still just do. Here is
Chat's
your
saying yes.
200 megabyte patch if it was required, right? Like here's your really tiny whatever patch to activate it.
Mm.
So
Astronaut in Twitch chat says other games can do that. We're not other games,
so
buddy. So
true. Oh my
so
god, that's
relax,
crazy.
relax. Yeah, other games do that, but also other games get data mined too. Ours get data mined to oblivion and get
Yeah.
spouted out everywhere where you can't avoid it, which is very annoying. I'm glad I don't go on Twitter much anymore, but even YouTube, I'm sure there's some really good creators that I no longer see their stuff because they they announced something before I wanted to see it.
You know.
But
I
yeah,
have so many more predictions. We might have to go through these faster.
go for it.
I
Yeah.
have a list of like 25 predictions.
I mean, if we only get to a
Um,
couple of callers, we only get to a couple of callers.
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's do features.
Yeah.
Features of this year. We'll go through a couple, right? Some of them were mentioned in that letter from the chairman just then.
Yep. Yep.
The big one is crafting. Crafting release in a tier 1 where, like they mentioned in whatever it was last year, it'll just be weapons and gear, and I don't think it'll probably go past that this year. However, we'll probably get a lot of talk about how it's going to apply to modules and ships and stuff over the course.
Mm. I want to say I disagree,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't. I don't think we're getting base building.
I agree. I don't think
That's my
we are.
prediction is we're not getting base building,
Yeah.
and if we don't get base building, how do you really push crafting to where it's gonna
Well, for tier
be
1 or tier 0,
for
whatever.
1.0 kind of thing? Like what they
Yeah.
showed in 2024 with the all right, you go down to the base, you got the refineries, you got the
Yeah, yeah.
shipbuilder. I really badly want it in
Mhm.
2026, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my next one was no base building, but we will probably get a base building tech preview.
Hmm.
My thing for it is not necessarily a like actual tech problem that might mean that it has to be a tech preview, as in like that they can't physically put it in the game. I think there are too many gameplay problems that will be introduced with base building for it to come out this year.
Like what?
I think they have like I just think they have so many things they need to figure out, and they're gonna have to figure them out through different ways of us playing them and testing a few different things out. I mean, like how many times we had that one podcast last year where I definitely misunderstood how a thing worked, but then we had like a couple of callers misunderstand how it worked in a bunch of other ways with how base building was going to work with server meshing and stuff.
Hmm.
They have to work all that stuff out before it
Oh,
goes into
true.
the game, right?
Yep, yep.
So once again, not necessarily a tech problem, but 100% a gameplay problem where it's
Yeah.
like, well, how are the players going
Oh,
to
we're
use it?
all on
Is it
different
going to be garbage?
regions and this and that. Like, yeah, that
Exactly.
that aspect. Yep. Yeah,
So
100%.
so that's why I'm like, I think we'll see it in a tech preview where the tech preview is like, whatever, we just want to test
Yeah.
if you can put base down, you can connect power, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, and they all
And
talk to
that'll
each
be
other,
the
whatever.
extent of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
But crafting itself, we'll get those boxes that they showed that you can bring up on a freight elevator, put in your ship, whatever. We'll get that.
yep.
The no, not cutter. What is it? The camcorder ship that came out from Drake.
I'm so sad about that ship because it's so cool looking. I forgot the name of it too, and I just don't
Whatever that one
care.
is, its crafting might work. Clipper, thank you.
Yeah.
And it'll just be to that extent.
Yeah. With that, I don't know if this is on
Mhm.
your list, but this was on mine because crafting is coming. Armor improvements from 2023
Ooh, I
have
forgot
to
about armor.
happen.
Yeah, that is not on my list.
Why, if we're going to craft things, we're going to be probably
Mhm.
crafting armor. Those pieces of armor have to have a reason to craft them, right?
Yep,
So the reason to craft them
100%.
would be their different
Different
attributes.
bonuses, different
Exactly.
rules. We
Yeah.
had that sneak peek of possibly the medical armor, right?
Yep.
I think that's a solid prediction. I think that'll
Yeah.
happen.
I think that'll happen
Yeah.
for sure. Um, yeah. Go because you have a list and it's all in
Yeah, let's
my
go.
head.
In a similar vein, new inventory. I've seen a lot of people in the chat today say that it apparently is confirmed for the first patch of the year. I I don't know about you. I haven't seen that anywhere.
I don't
It
look at
wasn't
leaks, so I don't
random
know.
chatter. Um, so I don't know, but I do think we will get it. It was very funny to watch them do the, I think it was an SCL or an IC or whatever, when the SCL, when they showed the inventory.
Yep.
And then it was like, guys, this is years away. And then next month, so you guys really liked it. So we put, someone's working on it right now. And I think that's probably like pushed a ton more as well. So
It's just so
new
important.
inventory, we'll see. Yep.
Yeah. And how they, said that these are really important things for an MMO and stuff like that.
Yep.
So that's got to happen. Yeah, the new flight model.
Mm-hmm.
That's my other one. Even though Yogi this week came out and said how difficult it is, if it doesn't come out this year, what are we doing?
Yep.
Because if I go through 2026 and we're still
Mhm.
dealing with quantum travel the way we're dealing with it, I don't think I can. I think my prediction for this year is I never play Star Citizen ever again because
You
I
know what
can't do it
messes with
anymore.
me? Could they? How old is the quantum effects at the literal bottom level of this? It is so old. They are so boring and so outdated.
But they have
And then they
updated ones,
showed it.
and they just haven't used them yet. We
Yeah,
saw
they
them.
showed it 2023 during the Genesis like
Yeah,
demo thing, right? And it was so cool. And
and
it's
we
like,
have the
oh, but it's
fancy
only
ones
coming
for
with the
the
feature.
aliens,
Yeah, yeah.
so they could
Just
do it. They just
disappointing.
didn't.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think new flight model is going to happen. That means not just getting rid of nav, but also the atmospheric flight. I think those two things happen in 2026. I think it would be
Um,
ridiculous to not have done that by now.
I have like 2 features that are a little connected to that. One of them not connected at all, but then the third one connects to all 3. So I'll do the one not connected first, which is instancing.
Oh, yeah.
With them, the way they were talking about some of these new, not events, but like activities that we'll be doing in Nix and whatnot,
Yeah. That one's
and how much
obvious.
they said, look, we have to instance. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Instancing feels pretty obvious, and I think it'll just be in. We'll probably get maybe halfway through the year one of the new. I mean, probably what is it, the municipal works? Will probably be the first introduction of instancing, and it'll be in there. Keep in mind, instancing exists in the game already, just only for your hangar. So specifically, we're talking about like mission related. And the way that connects
Oh yeah,
with
Siege is
what
the
you
first
just said.
instancing.
Are
They
they
said
doing
that
Siege
at
before
Citizen
municipal?
Con.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, still, even in that situation, I still think, like, yes, it'll happen.
Mhm.
So because of that as well, and a little bit connected to what you said with the flight model, if the flight model comes out and we get our, new quantum boosts and stuff, there's a world, and this is probably my most hopium one. I think we will see transient jumps this year.
Dude,
And I
I've
think
been
they'll do it a
talking about
specific
them.
way.
I've been talking about them a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I think they'll do it a specific way. What they'll do is, because they with the storyline, they want to do a lot of stuff with the Vandal. Vega is supposed to be a system that is connected to Nyx. I think they might do a tiny little instanced, like jump in through a sort of transient jump point into an area where you do a bunch of Vandal stuff and then you jump out through another
Yep.
transient one. So kind of like a fake one, but it's still it's wormholes in places that aren't supposed to be there, right? Yeah.
I've been talking just kind of off topic. I've been talking like I continuously talk about how much I hate quantum travel, and like I don't hate going through jump points. It's about a
Yeah,
minute.
jump points are fun.
It's active,
Mhm.
and I I want to hear what other people think. I would be totally fine with completely scrapping quantum travel altogether
Mhm.
for jump points. In
Yeah, it'd be
transient
cool.
jump points that I jump from, or not scrapping quantum travel altogether necessarily. You don't have to do that because I'm thinking pirates might be mad about this. But what if there was a way that pirates can pirate? I mean, hey,
Yeah,
either
you
side
can
of
make
the
it the same thing. The pirate can be in the transient jump point, whatever. But
or
you
on
can do
either
something.
side of it, whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And to the guy who is subbed to me in my Twitch chat that said, "Nah, quantum travel is good for AFK time." Unsub, unfollow, leave the channel, and never come back.
My favorite
Go
part of
AFK
playing
somewhere
games
else.
is not playing games.
Yeah, like go AFK somewhere else. What are you talking about? So my thought process is I would love to see either some transient jump points or just do this entirely of like that's how I make my jump from Crusader to Hurston. That's how and they can be longer, they can be windier, they can be more difficult, whatever. But
Yeah.
I was like when we give feedback, it's like, hey, I don't enjoy sitting there and not having any action whatsoever, but I did enjoy going through the jump point, and both are travel. So it's like, okay, that's my feedback. I would love to see them utilize jump points more with travel outside of just our system. What if a transient jump point is just in our system?
Yeah.
Within one
That'd be
system.
interesting.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
So yeah, that's my thing on that. All right. I had it and now I forgot it and I wish I wrote it down. Something that I was like, damn it. I'll have to let you take another one off your
Okay.
list until I remember this one.
Another feature, I think with the insane explosion of UEX and just the way that Wicklow has worked
I
this
got
year and
mine.
changed the
I'm
dynamic
glad.
of
I'm glad
players.
I pushed you.
um, player economy Mobigloss app. I have no idea how they're going to do it. I have no idea how I'd want them to do it necessarily. But yeah, tier 0 release of something like that. it may even be as simple as like a bulletin board
Mhm.
of like you can just in the Mobiglass app put my name is Croncy, I am selling XYZ here. And maybe they do something like that, but I would obviously want it to be more complex than that. But I think they will still push for some type of feature that, you know, utilizes that.
My exact thing that I was going to say is the exact
Mm.
opposite of what you just said. They keep saying social tools, and social
Yep.
can mean what you said.
Hmm.
I believe social tools will be weighted way more towards the chat box and
Yep.
party finder stuff that we are
Yeah, sure.
definitely going to get
I have that.
something from the panel.
I have that as a different prediction that we will
Got it.
also get that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I don't think we get anything economy wise
Okay.
outside of what they've already said, which
Yeah, yeah.
they said something about towards the end of the year getting actual punishments via money
Hmm.
sinks. That's all we
Yeah.
know. So I'm going to say that is something that happens, but I'm not I think social tools and
Hmm.
all of those things that we thought we might see, I think they're going to be very basic, and I think they're going to be more around chat box, party finder.
Hmm.
I don't even know if my org mates will be able to access things of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
our hangars, our inventories. Like I don't even think we're going to be able to get that.
No.
Uh, and I don't know if that this is like a defense mechanism, but I feel like if I just say that we're not going to get it, that if we do, then I'll be elated, but I won't be upset
Yeah.
if we don't. But I think
Yeah.
that's why I'm predicting that way, probably.
Sure. That's fine.
Yeah. So what was yours
Um,
on that front, or just like that we get it?
no, just yeah, like I think social and org tools, essentially what they showed once again in actually it was 2024, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
2024 when they showed the org tools and stuff. I think that gets put back on the table, and we probably see more work on that, especially because once again, if you want to do squadron release and then you want to push people towards Star Citizen, one of the big things, other than the bugs, that will push people away is like the difficulty in doing group content, and you need to make the tools for people to be able to do that. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of
yeah.
struggling with that now as I've been mostly playing solo. But then if you look at
Mhm.
some of the ships in Wicklow, it's like a prospector needs pure Karenite. It's like,
Yeah,
ooh, I can do this alone. I have actually.
yeah,
I
but
opened a cave all by myself,
it's hard. Yeah.
and it just didn't have any pure Karenite in it. So it's like, in order to like, yeah, dude, I did it all alone, and it had no pure. It was so annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I lied. I didn't do it all alone. It was already aligned, and the
Hmm.
batteries were just sitting out. So I had to pick up the batteries, put them in. So
Mm.
I had to do the OLP alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's something that I think that they'll probably focus on, especially with the type of content that they did last year. And if this year is
Yep.
going to be the same, which again, I think you're hoping that it's not because you were like more features, less content.
Well, I enjoyed the content from last year. I
I
just
absolutely did
expect
too.
more features this year. You know, I
Yeah,
it
they've had enough
because they
years to
haven't
work on them.
directly said they're not doing it. You know, yeah.
Yeah, they might be. Go
Speaking
ahead.
of features, I've got more features. Along with crafting, I think we might see ship refining specifically just on the Galaxy. We know that the Galaxy is the ship they're working on, and likely for an IAE release. The
Yes.
question is what modules for it are actually going to work. Obviously, the hangar module, probably the medical bed module.
Hmm.
Will the refining module work? And maybe I think
I
that
think
is
you're
maybe
100%.
well timed to be like if you wanted to do the big crafting patch, right? So it's like you've already tested guns and armor, and maybe you want to step it up a bit. IAE or around IAE, kind of like engineering was last year, or at least within a few weeks, would be a good time to do it. So yeah, ship
Yeah.
refining.
I think that is a very I think that's like a lock as well, just simply
Mm,
because we just watched what they did to mining. They just
yeah.
nerfed kind of the refineries pretty heavily.
Hmm.
I think that nerf opens up room for more efficient mining on our ships and bases. Like
Yeah.
it's so inefficient that it's like, well, obviously, if you do it in your ship that costs
Mhm.
$500, it will be more efficient. And
Yeah,
obviously, like your bases and stuff that you build.
yeah.
The $500 thing is a joke. I'm sure most of
Mhm.
you guys will get that, but that's what I think that's for sure thing just because of what they've changed. I think it just
Yeah.
opens up that room. Um, but yeah,
Yep. Another one, with once again kind of what they've been telling us about in the monthly reports and the way that some of these dynamic events, or not dynamic events, like the new activities have been going for the last 6 months. I think there's going to be a little bit of a refocus on mission givers this coming year. So rather than just open MOBA glass, get mission, go do mission, small bit of text, we might have some more deeper interactions with some NPCs. Um, it trails on from like them focusing quite a bit on lore last year,
hmm
so that would make sense to me. Um, but we'll see, right? It depends on how much content we end up getting this year.
yeah. My other one is Nyx, Stanton, and Pyro are going to be our only 3 planets in 2026. Our only 3
System,
systems in
yes, I agree.
2026.
I 100% agree.
I don't think
I
we're
think they
we're
are going
moving to
to.
Castra or Terra
Nah,
or anything like that.
we're gonna get at least, what is it, 3 major planets in next. So
Yep,
we'll
we're
get
getting
like
a
at
Nyx
least 3 major
expansion.
releases.
Yeah.
They might do all 3 planets,
hmm
because it sounds like the only cool one is Nyx one, the one that they've started terraforming. The other two sound like they're more like Terminus, where it's kind of boring and
hmm
gray and nothing. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And with that comes, a lot of the Planetech stuff. So
Yeah.
swamps and things like that. I don't think this
Mhm.
is going to happen. Do we get swimming in 2026?
Maybe because of one of my other predictions that might go along
Okay.
with you, Mike. Fish.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey,
I think we get fish 2026. If we get
okay.
fish, we should probably get fishing. Sorry, swimming. Not
And
fishing,
fishing.
swimming.
If you get fish, you should get
Maybe.
fishing.
I don't think we get fishing this year. I think we get fish, not fishing.
Tractor beam, fish module on my multi tool, but
Just use a
there
regular
also has to
tractor
be
beam.
no, because there has to be a $40 Atlas version.
Oh, of course.
It's
Yeah,
got
yeah,
to be
yeah.
special. Okay, it's got to be
It's the exact
special.
same, but you can hang fish from the back of it or something.
Yeah,
Dry them out.
it debones the fish automatically in the
Yeah.
inventory, but yeah, I don't think we get any of that. That's I feel like
I genuinely think we get fish. Because
But
when they
what do you
originally
mean
talked
by
about
fish? Will they just swim by
boys,
us? Will we interact with
yes.
them? All that. Okay.
No, I don't think we'll be interacting with them. It's just when they originally did Boyds, they had two like versions. One was the Marok, and then the other one was like this little swarm of fish. And then
Yeah.
they disappeared and never went anywhere.
True.
Obviously, there's not much reason for us to go to any bodies of water at the moment. So I get why it would get pushed back, but I think it
Yeah.
comes.
Because the
Especially if in
only
the swamp biomes, if we are actually like knee deep, you can put them in there.
that's where I was going to is like
Yeah.
swimming, maybe not fish. Okay, like swimming
Yeah.
around at your feet because swamp biome we will most likely not be 7 feet deep or anything like that where we
Yeah.
would
Yeah.
have to swim.
Yep.
But yeah.
I have one more feature and then some
Okay.
other stuff. And the last feature is with this push to Vandal, Vandal FPS NPCs this year, I think.
Ooh, I think that's dependent on Squadron's release. So that's why I don't have that.
Okay. Interesting. Like you
Yeah.
reckon they'll
They want to save that fight for
yeah.
that because it's so. I mean, we saw it
Hmm.
and it was like pretty epic. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm like, I feel like
That's fair.
that's something that they really have to save, not just want to. I think they have to.
Sure. And that's reasonable to be fair. I still think they'll do it just because of how much they're pushing for Vandal this year. But that
hmm
also could just be they're pushing for Vandal because they're also trying to get Squadron out. So it could just be everything the same,
Yeah, yeah,
Look what you've done to your chat, Mike.
I know.
Um, all right. I want to do a bad one, a bad prediction.
Okay, I'm the
Mike,
bad prediction guy usually.
what was one of your favorite moments of playing Star Citizen last year?
This is sarcastic, right?
Yes. That was not clear.
Tier 0
But
item recovery was the worst, so
that's fair. That's fair. But what do you think most players' worst experience last year was? What is something that happened twice that ended up being bad both times for different reasons?
the events with freight elevators?
Cargo event number 3 is coming,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it's still bad.
Yeah.
Uh, they we talked about it. They clearly learnt stuff from the first cargo stuff. But then once again, kind of like we were mentioning earlier, they didn't learn the right lessons necessarily. And
Yeah.
so when they did the second one, you could tell that a couple of things had been changed in favor of us, but then there were worse problems.
Yeah.
It's going to happen again. They want to do more of these events, I imagine, because it's going to be a big part of how the economy works in like interesting ways. So yeah, cargo event number 3 is coming. Still going to be bad. That's yeah.
It was probably the most concurrency they had in the year was that event because the rewards were
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And that's why you're 100% right because they only look at the numbers and they don't actually they're blind to the actual experience. In some ways. They're obviously not. I mean, Benoit comes on camera and says this, that, and the other thing. Speaking of that, that is one of the things that I said. Not back to what we had. This isn't really a prediction because they already said they'll do it. But I think
Sure.
we're gonna get a lot of ISCs again, and it's gonna be ISCs, SCLs. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
It's gonna
I
be
don't know if we'll
fun.
be back to
We won't be.
like what was it, 2024, but we'll be better than last year, I think.
If we have
Jared
features,
is being legitimate. Yeah, I think
we
Jared
have
but I think Jared's
ISCs.
being legitimate that he does want to do more.
Yeah,
So like well, hopefully we see that then.
yeah. If we have features, there's a need for an ISC, I think. So
Yeah.
that's important. And then when there's a need for an ISC because there's a feature, there's a need for a follow up with an SEL with us. Communication back and forth. I think communication will improve this year. It will still be shit, but it will improve. And that's all I really had. I don't have too much else. You have like a lot more, and you're probably going to remind me of things that I didn't think of.
Not a lot more. Not a lot more. I've got one more that's not ship related. Which is I think we get Wicklow version 2. Specifically, I mean as in a different Wicklow. Like someone else
We need the
who we turn in
mercenary
for
and
other
council.
things. Exactly. So
Yeah.
I think we'll probably get that this year at some stage. It could be tied more into crafting, maybe. It once again goes also a little bit back to what I was saying about mission givers. So we know Nyx has a couple of new mission givers that you can like half interact with and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could be somehow the new Wicklow, whatever. So I think with the success of Wicklow last year, it's kind of a no-brainer to like try to expand upon that in some capacity.
I don't think they should do
that. Also, isn't just new rewards, but like
yeah. I don't think they should do another thing with Wicklow until the turn-in experience is better. I think that has to be with our predictions with inventory. That has to be one of those things.
Yeah.
Right click item, turn in, or something. It's been brutal. I mean, I was talking today about even everything about Wicklow outside of the idea of I turn in item and get something back. I hate like the whole. All right, I need to turn in this to get favor, and then I need 15 different items for this ship, and I need like the whole barter system is odd. I was talking, and I don't know what other people think, but I was talking today. It has positives and negatives. The biggest negative is it's can be min-maxed, but how nice would it be if Wicklow accepted like a number of different items and favor was just his currency? So when you turned in, you got favor.
Favor,
And then you just use that favor to purchase things from him that he offers. And then same with the Mercenary Guild, it's a very simple way of doing things.
Even go like you could even go just like a little deeper. You could have like 2 types of currencies, right? Like if you wanted to, because you want people to be able to do any activity and like grind for stuff. But if you want to make it just a little bit more complex, or you want to make it so that people have to try to do some other things, like maybe all your solo ships require currency A and that's it. Maybe
Yeah.
once you get to the bigger ships, you need currency B, and you can only get currency B through Hathor or whatever turn-ins, right?
Or it
But not,
mostly
yeah,
be currency and, some items,
yeah,
because that
yeah,
was my negative, was like, damn, I don't think I would do anything other than Hathor if
hmm,
that was the system that existed, because I like Hathor, right? So you
yeah,
do what you like. But the fact that Wicklow has forced me to
hmm,
do CZ, number 5, um, the snake, the worm, the this, the that, is
yeah,
like, that's overall a positive, I think.
hmm, yeah.
But not everybody wants to be forced
I,
to do things that they don't want to do. So it's
yeah,
like, it's also a negative, and it's, yeah.
I tell you what, the so the big Wicklow items that require like 30 different types of things, that is very cool for big crafting stuff where you feel like you made it and you
Crafting
made it
needs
with
to
your
replace
groups.
Wicklow.
Yeah, in, in
Yeah.
in certainly in at least some ways, right? Like I think like getting skins and stuff and having a turn in, like it's your classic reputation turn in type character to get certain skins.
I think
But
Wicklow's
like,
going to
yeah,
be I've said this a few times. I think Wicklow's our item recovery guy.
yeah, that'd be cool.
I think because, like,
Oh, you know how,
he does skins, like that. That's like his main thing, is special skins on the ship.
yeah, but also he collects, so you could argue, like, oh, I bought this armor on the pledge store. Oh no, I lost it. I go to Wicklow, and Wicklow
He
says,
has it.
"Oh, well, some of my scouts found this armor in this thing, right?
Yep.
There's your insurance."
Exactly. I
Anyway,
feel like he could be that and not be a ship builder. I think we
yeah,
should be the ship builders,
I think they have, if I'm not mistaken, they have explicitly said that Wicklow was supposed to be like crafting tier -1. But I think that's just in the spec of like grab many
Vibes.
different items, bring them together,
Yeah,
and then
for
you
how
get
it
a thing.
feels. But
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so that, like, I think just through playing other games, it's Eve. Hello. It's like Wicklow can be done better, and then along, like, we this is something I don't think that's going to happen this year. Is they're not going to
Yeah.
keep it simple. They're going to
Mhm.
continue to try and overcomplicate shit. Like, why?
Yeah.
Who thought rep was a good idea for an Idris? Now some guy in our org has 40 Noxes. Why?
But
You
not
know,
necessarily that rep was a bad idea, but like, why can't I just get rep with Wicklow? Like, let me
why is
do other
Wiggler a favor,
things.
not the rep?
Let me don't make the rep be me buying stuff from you over and over again.
Yeah, it should be turning in for favor, right? Like, this
Yeah,
idea
yeah.
of favor is very, very good. How it's been
Mm,
utilized, I feel like it is not. The idea of script is awesome. I even love that it's physical. I hate, we were
mhm,
talking about today how big it is. I
yeah.
don't like that, because I'd like to be able to hold more in my backpack or whatever, right? So,
Yeah.
like, transferring between people. But yeah,
But
I'd
also,
like to see
who
more.
like logistically for a sci-fi setting, who is out here instead of handing someone like credits or like sending credits to their glass, giving them like a gold bullion bar and being like,
That's
you've done
classic
well.
Star Citizen. That's classic Star Citizen, because it had to be big enough to look cool when it should
Yeah,
have
yeah,
been a coin, right?
yeah.
It should have been a
Oh,
coin, or
it should have been a coin
100
that didn't
coin
bug out,
equals
because you can
1 bar.
immediately see how much a coin is gonna completely just
E-
not work anytime you
exactly.
try to do anything. But yeah,
Yeah, like instead of, somebody said gold press latinum in chat. Like, instead of making what gold press latinum looks like in Star Trek, which is something like this big,
mm,
it's like, well, this, we couldn't look at it and make it look cool, so they made it
yeah,
this big, and it's like, it didn't need to be that big. Maybe,
yeah, yeah.
like, it would be a good way to, if you have a lot, to combine it,
Mhm,
right? But yeah. So
yeah,
that's one thing, is I think they will continue to overcomplicate and not keep things
yeah.
simple. I wish they just kept things simple.
It's a good prediction.
Yeah.
Um, I have a lot of ship predictions, but a lot of them are essentially known,
I didn't even
or very
think
heavily
about I
rumored.
thought only
So
gameplay stuff. I didn't even think about ships.
There's so much more to this game, Mike.
There really
Like
is.
spending money.
Yep,
Raylan likely to release at Alien Week is like
100%.
probably. The Iron Chad likely to release at IAE. They
Yep.
essentially said all but that. One that's a little bit more concepty, Drake Heavy Fighter. I think we see this year because they've been doing some work with Drake.
More Drake, yeah.
And then my big, we also know Invictus likely to get the largest concept in Star Citizen ever of the battle cruiser. But then the last one is a bit of a hopium, but also I think will just start happening now, which is we'll get a Gray's Market vehicle this year. I want to see them do more with it. It's a very interesting manufacturer. I think they can.
I want to see more of that.
So yeah, so
yeah.
I think we'll see something. It'll probably be something small. It'll probably be like an Aurora, an STV. Like it might be a ground vehicle Gray's Market, but they've just strapped guns to the side of it or something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think Gray will be that mission giver. The next mission giver.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like that's the moment that the Gray Market Shiv existed, they debuted him as this seedy character kind of guy. It was like, okay, yeah, this is our next Wicklow. And it just makes sense. He offers ships. They already have that similar system in play. Again, we talked about how much we'd like to see that system change, but I think that's a guy we see. It's a Gray Market. It makes sense to maybe not move credits between each other to get those ships, right? Other things, untraceable things. So yeah, that I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Somebody in Twitch chat said 2026 first in-game only ship. No, never. Probably. As much as I'd like it, but probably never.
The Marauder as an NPC. What is it, Marauder?
Yeah.
What is it called? Minotaur as an NPC ship that we can't fly. It's in game only.
I don't think ever. But
actually, the Raptor. Someone in my chat did say the Raptor. The Raptor is kind of an in-game only ship.
Yeah, better get those referrals up.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know where my referrals are. I should look. I don't think I'm anywhere near it. But I did get the Star Kitten thing. Yeah, do you? This is a question. Crafting, inventory, all this stuff. There was another thing that same guy mentioned. Declan. Separating skins from armor. We still don't know exactly how that all is going to play out. Item recovery mentioned in the weekend review. Insurance, all this stuff talked about.
You would assume if we are going to be making armor that they would separate it before that happens.
You would hope.
So,
but this is CIG. You would have thought they would have done that
yeah, damn right.
10 years ago. Like I said, 10 years ago, this is a bad idea. And you're too negative. It's literally where my name came from, was from this conversation.
Or they just don't let us craft skinned items tier 0, which is probably the more likely thing. Is that everything we craft in tier 0 is just like, yeah, it might have the stats and stuff, whatever, but it's just basic nerd version.
I see you, Jacob. Jacob in YouTube chat says, don't forget about the YouTube comments. I mentioned a YouTube comment as well.
When you guys start saying cool things, we'll read you. Don't worry.
No, you're just up top, and I'm so used to looking at Twitch. I don't stream on YouTube, so you're in a different place. So I apologize. I forgot about you. And now Twitch chat's making fun of all of you. But I think for me, I saw somebody say group bed logging, social tools. Would that be included with it? How about this? How about this? Legitimate question. Quality of life thing. Logout improvements. I think we might get some logout improvements in 2026. Maybe that's included with it.
Yeah.
We should get them. Whether we do or not, I don't know. We should. That should be a priority for them.
I think in general, like, there's a lot of... In 2024, they did a lot of quality of life improvements, right? I feel like we got less of that last year because it was more like, well, it's like your quality of life is going up, but that's because your bugs are fixing. and because you're not 30King every hour.
Yep.
But actual like tiny quality of life features getting fixed wasn't much of a thing in 2024.
Yeah.
I can see them doing more of that again this year.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, it was most of the year bug fixing was fixing server meshing.
Yeah.
Like issues around that and issues around elevators and this and that. Oh, your quality of life is improved. Yeah, no shit. It was
It's like you're
horrible.
not wrong, but I would
Yeah.
not call it a quality of life improvement.
That's not the
Yeah.
expectations they set for me. I thought they were going to fix
Yeah. Yeah.
this year. I hope is the year of little things, the little annoyances, those little paper cuts that you get every day. I hope that
Yeah.
is a thing. So that's all I have. Do you have any more before
Yeah.
we move to some callers?
No, we got through all of mine. Which when I was writing the list, I realized, oh god, at least 50% of these are not happening. That's far too many things for CIG to do in 1 year. But there's a lot in there that's like, if they can make happen, is going to be a pretty damn good year. So
Yeah.
I am setting myself up for failure when none of these are delivered.
There you go. All right. You ready for our first caller?
Yeah,
Callers,
let's do it.
we got about half an hour with you.
Yeah.
So we're going to be nasty. So what should we set the rules at? Like two things? That also
Yeah,
gives
2 or
the
3
ability for
predictions.
everybody else to give ideas that aren't taken from the other person.
Yeah.
So you like your top
Um,
two.
Yep. And then if you want, maybe like a minute on the letter from the chairman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sound good, everyone?
And if you want to call in the future, go here to YouTube description down below. Follow the link to the podcast channel. Go to the green room. If you're on Twitch, !my podcast, and either Mike or my channel. And same thing.
Yes. All right. Frosty is our first caller. Welcome, Frosty. Happy New Year.
Frosty.
Hello,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So just quickly, the
Hold on.
letter.
Hold on, Frosty. Let me turn you up. I have you boosted up, so maybe get closer to your mic.
Hold on.
Was he that low for you too, Grunts?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes, I also hear
little better.
myself.
Oh no.
Got open
How
ears.
about that?
I think that's fine. Maybe.
Yes. So with the letter, it's whatever. With every letter before, take it with a grain of salt, especially because it's Chris Roberts. So, yeah, I got really nothing to say with the letter. It is what it is. I don't expect anything in regards to that. So with the predictions, I think obviously they're trying to do a lot more feature work next year. Well, this year, sorry. I'm still 22.5. And yeah, it's probably going to be a very difficult year, especially with because its features is going to be a lot more instability and stuff like that. Because it's given
That's the thing, right? If we do get more features, expect more bugs.
Yeah, and especially they won't be able to do the patch cadence that they did last year. There's definitely not possible, especially if they're doing features as well. But yeah, obviously we all know they're doing a lot with Nix this year as well throughout. So I think that's probably going to be their main focus as well, apart from putting in features, heading towards 1.0 or whatever. But I think obviously with other things like Genesis and stuff like that, Nix 1 will probably be in, say, in the first patch probably, because they want to use that as a test bed, because it's not just the Nix planets. They want to update Pyro's moons and planets and Stantons as well, so they have to test out Genesis and the Planet Tech V5 as well, and that will probably be drip fed into the game throughout the year as well. But yeah, if just the last prediction, if Squadron does come in, they will definitely do an event within Nix as a part of that as well, because if you
for sure.
kind of, when Nix first came in, they like the voice lines that the NPCs did. Do you remember like them saying about like the UEE coming in into Nix and stuff like that? I think if they're going to do an event like that, I think it will basically be a Xenotype event thing. The Vandal come in, Mauler and stuff like that, which is the ship that they showed off with the trailers as well. And go on, sorry.
Also, where were most of the events taking place? In last year, Stanton. Nick's. I'm getting as far away from the mic because I can hear myself. Nick's had this.
It was mostly pyro. It's just all the later year stuff was Stanton, and then it was Hathor, and it was the Onyx facilities.
Yeah. Okay. True. Because I think that they liked the idea that Nick's or that Stanton had the crime stat stuff. Nick's has the exact same law as Stanton, so I think that they'll do more in Nick's. And I think that's a good prediction. Pyro getting completely ignored.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. But yeah, Frosty,
I don't see anything
go ahead.
I don't see anything for Pyro this year really, except if they want to do things like with events and that like they did last year. That includes Pyro, but I just don't see it, especially after the piss poor stuff with the Frontier Fighters and that was just a disappointment. I didn't even do anything towards the end of that event. So I think it's just the priority is just Nick's and filling out that content this year.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Frosty.
Cool. Nice, short and sweet.
Cheers.
Appreciate it, mate.
I know.
Yeah,
have a good
one. Okay, so 1 second, Croncy, don't talk. Okay. Or you can talk. I'm gonna lower you first. I had to raise the volume so loud on your end and then lower you. Yeah, that was brutal. So now I'm bringing you back up to normal.
Lovely.
And then we'll bring in Shark Bite, and then I'll take a look at the all the levels. But oof,
all good.
We started the year off rough. What's up, Shark?
Shark.
Oh, now you can hear me. I'm not sleeping this time.
Nice.
Lovely.
Sorry about that. I've been having a really rough time sleeping, and so the last time I tried to come in, I slept straight through the podcast.
Yeah, I remember that.
We're that entertaining.
A couple of times.
No, I listened to it. It was painful. Croncy, they did confirm a Gray's Market ship on the when they were listing the developers. So you are definitely getting that one.
Lovely.
The one thing I was going to say about the last guy's prediction was Squadron 42 takes place in 29, 45, and 46. So it would be kind of weird for them to do some sort of an integration with the in-game Star Citizen lore.
It wouldn't have to be.
They could do like a remembrance or something.
It wouldn't even have to necessarily be that. You could just do Squadron release
like
at the same time. There is an event where there's a Vandal incursion, right? It doesn't have to go too deep. It doesn't have to relate too much to the game. If it just has the villains, that's probably good enough, you know?
Yeah. So my actual predictions, because I made a whole bingo thing, I can give a little blurb on that if you guys want.
It's in the ATC Discord too, guys.
It's in the ATC Discord.
Right, yes.
There is a typo. I typed ES instead of MR. Chalk that up to sleep deprivation, but I was predicting the MR. There are 500 cards that I already generated, but if you just want to generate your own card, or you can even edit the line items and then click the link that's in that link as well. And if you want to go through all 500 and pick a card that you think is the most likely to happen, cool. I had some people talking about like, hey, these are all like kind of uncommon dark horse things. Yeah, it lasts a year. They're not all predictions. They're all this could happen. But anyway, actual predictions: Jumptown 3.0 and a major vehicle / ship retrieval hangar update. That's two that I think we're actually going to get, and would be really sad if we didn't get.
What does Jumptown 3.0 look like?
It's that cargo event I was talking about. That's still going to be
bad. Yeah. You have to manually load 8 SCU boxes of maize, but you have to do it's whatever faction delivers the most of them to stations. Yeah.
So similar for supply or die, but
yeah, it's basically going to be a reskin supply or die, but it's 8 SCU boxes, and they all have to be hand loaded.
Got it.
It's the most, and the elevators are obviously going to be broken for that.
Of course.
Yep.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing if they do
wouldn't be right if they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a minimum, it has to be more than one location. You know.
Yeah.
It would be. Jumptown was cool. Jumptown with 100 people was cool. Jumptown with 700 people is not something I would want to experience.
If they
So,
if they put several little like separate outposts or whatever
Mhm.
where you have to like move stuff between them maybe to get the full product. I mean, there are ways that they could do it where like they could incorporate actual like necessary for ground vehicles. They fix
Mhm.
the MDC and make it actually useful. Like I think there's some cool stuff they could do. They could even like figure
Ground
out a way
vehicle
to make
one's
it a
interesting.
no-fly zone for some larger shit, where
Yep.
you have to do ground back and forth, capture the flag kind of stuff. I think that they could make it a really fun activity, but yeah, they're gonna have to rethink some of the way things work for having this many people on.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
I think one of the more positive things that we saw out of last year, very bad implementation overall, because it was an instance, but it looked like it was meant to be, was the irradiated Valakar fight, right? But the positive
Yeah.
thing that I think a lot of people liked about it was the storm, and that it was no ships pointing down at you. Not
Yep.
not always. People found a way, but not ships nose downing you while doing the fight,
Mhm.
or just coming by and just
Yeah.
shooting the worm and finishing it. So,
Yep.
yeah, something like that would be
They could
great.
put in those the turrets where they're talking about from the
Yeah,
Citizen Con thing where the larger turrets only focus on cap ships or
Yeah.
like large and above ships, but you can still bring in like light fighters and stuff. That would be fun.
Mhm.
could be. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Anyway,
would
I'll let you guys get on to other people, but
for sure. That would unfortunately rely on the AI working though. But yeah, we'll get to some
of
other people.
course.
Shark, Happy New Year. Thank you.
Happy New Year, you
Frosty
guys.
as well. Happy New Year. It was just that was a rough call, so I think we got him out a little bit too quick. And
Yeah, no worries.
yeah, here's to 2026
yeah,
being better than 2025.
Yep, and best of luck to your dad. I'll give a fuck cancer for
He's
my
doing
F-bomb today, and
Mhm.
F cancer. He's doing good. He's doing good.
that's good. That's good to
Surgery
hear.
went well. Yeah, I forgot to give you guys an update on that. Surgery went well. He's recovering. Some minor like annoyances, and that's all that we know
Mhm.
so far. So that's
Hey,
good.
that's
Yep.
great. That's great
Yeah.
to hear.
Yeah, awesome.
You guys have a good
Thank
one.
you, Shark. Be good,
Cheers,
everyone.
Shark. Have a good one.
All right, Johnny Morgan coming in next.
Johnny,
Johnny,
how
can
are
you
you?
hear
Hey,
us?
Oh,
can you hear me?
Yes, I just got
someone
to turn you
actually
down
loud.
slightly.
Let's go. Finally.
No, Johnny's got
Yeah,
a proper mic.
Yeah, someone I can hear.
I've been working on my setup a little bit too, trying to make
There
it
you
better.
go.
But
Nice.
how you guys doing? How you doing? How's the new year? How's everything going?
Good so far.
Nice. I have been playing the game again, and I have 3 predictions for you guys. 2 of them,
Love it.
well, one of them's pretty easy. Dynamic server meshing. I think they'll nail that this year. So that's kind of the last
don't-
piece I see.
You
I
say
see
nail.
it.
What
It's
is
not really that hard.
what does nail mean? I think that's the most important thing to ask.
Okay, well, that's
does
a
it
good
look like?
question. I don't know exactly what it would look like, but
Sure.
from a performance impact, right? Like, so I'm not sure other technology stack, blah 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 blah, on that side. But from a performance standpoint, we're going to be able to do those big events like Xeno and the giant events and stuff that will have 100, 200, 300, 400, whatever players in it. And then resources they'll be able to allocate resources to that event. So the rest of the verse is running on couple servers, and then there's a whole shit pile for that one area. So I think that they'll nail that, and then our experience should
server
be good.
performance improves.
That is my hope.
Server
Yes,
performance
that our
improves.
experience will be good. The
Client-
desync issues, all that stuff, have to go
Client
away.
performance does not matter in that case as much. Client performance, I think, might still struggle, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but it's like, so I took a 2-year break, right? And then coming back to it now, the performance is amazing compared to what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Right,
sure it
like,
is. But if you get
my
like 20
God.
ships together, even just 20, you'll likely
Yeah.
have an extreme loss in frame.
It's still,
And that
it still
Yeah, exactly.
has
struggles
never
there.
changed, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I remember
Exactly.
there was early on when I first started playing, I don't even know if it ever got implemented, but they were doing like the internals of ships would, for client side, internals of ships wouldn't stream in unless you were like close enough to them.
Mhm.
I don't even know if that ever got implemented, but like that sort of stuff, they need to do like way more aggressively. If they do want, like you say, if
Yeah.
they want to do big events where lots of ships are together, computing power becomes an actual
Yeah.
problem for like
So-
everyone, and no one's buying RAM this year. So
No.
Yeah.
Dynamic server meshing is a part of that, but there's more. I think there's more steps to get
This client, yeah.
400 people in one place, if ever.
Well, and it's not like it's not a zero-sum game, right? So dynamic meshing 100% has to happen for us to be able to scale up and get
Yes.
the resources, like the compute
But it's not the
resources to scale up.
only.
But then there's
Yeah.
whole crap piles of tech debt and optimization and stuff, which they haven't done yet, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't even see them doing that until after they have dynamic meshing, because that's when you would want to optimize, right? Boom, we're done the stack, everything's good. Now let's optimize. And that leads into my second prediction, which is Mission 2.0, right? So Sean Tracy made that comment about Elliot waiting for some tools and been waiting a really long time for tools. They're finally going to get the tools. I am very interested to see what Elliot's going to do with those new tools and that team too. So I'm very hopeful for it, because right now, missions are, there's more of them, but they're really just the same, right? Like you go and do the same thing, but it has a different flavor text to it. So
yeah, like technically they added like 30 new missions to Nyx. Only like one of them is actually new and unique. You know,
yeah,
the
exactly.
rest were essentially the same, like kill all, kill target, and that's it.
The cool stuff that the
And I know
mission team did was not missions. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
It was less missions. I think Hyperion was like one of the few that they did that was cool. That was a mission, but it was like Hathor, the worm, and or the worm. Those were all things that the mission team worked on, I think, but they weren't missions. So yeah.
No, because they're waiting for the tool set, right? Like, there's no point in them doing anything if they're just gonna have to redo it all.
Yeah.
So they're filling their time and stuff effectively, efficiently. So that's good.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested to see, and it has to grow a lot more. I've been big on this, but I really want to see some potential for multiple people to get a mission and be on opposite sides or cooperate depending on how they want to interact. Like leave the emergent gameplay up to us, but
Ninetales
make
lockdown. One of my favorite
or
things was
Xeno.
that you could well, Xenothreat, you couldn't side with Xenothreat originally, right? I think the very last time they did it, you sort of could. But that was the one where it's like you were trying to get on the Idris and nothing worked anyway.
Yeah.
But when they did Ninetales Lockdown and you could choose literally Ninetales or like not, and you would get paid per like PvP kill and stuff. I want it to be a bit
Pretty
more
cool.
fleshed out than that, but yeah, I want that. Let me choose a side, get like mission rewards for it. Let me have a different experience on either side as well, is the important thing. Like,
And some unique aspects to it too, like so I can get some equipment and stuff like that, like things that are unique to the event and etc. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then the last one is socials. I think that they should just copy real life on this, right? Like we need a space, a verse X,
everyone
right? Like a
gets
Twitter
access to your
type
phone
thing in a
number.
MOBA.
Hey, Mike, I need
No.
to do Hathor. Hop on.
Bro, I do not want
The
Twitter
only
in the
difference
game.
being is that everything should be blocked. Like it should be a zero trust type network. So you implement everything is restricted, and then I let people in, right? So I don't want to see like the opposite. It's not a public internet, but even or like whatever they do, it's already well known, right? We already know how socials work. We already have templates for them. So pick and choose, but it really needs to define out, like if I'm going to be on a server with 10,000 other people, I don't need a fucking friends list. Like I need acquaintance, contacts, enemies, blah, blah. Like I need to be able to customize all that, and I need to be able to attach data to it, and then maybe share that data. And this is where like potentially data running can come in.
Eve standings.
Although I think they've dropped it, honestly. I like they haven't said anything about data running in forever. I think people
there was some reference in a sneak peek
recently.
about it, like a few weeks back.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, how many weeks ago, guys?
Okay.
Like only like 4 or 5, like right before the holiday. But
it would make a lot of sense
yeah.
to tie into socials, right? Like if I could share, I saw Mike here, and someone pays for that information because they're looking for you because they want to grief the hell out of you. That is something that is like a commodity within Star Citizen if we're in charge of 10,000 players, blah, 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 right? Because you can kind of disappear into the crowd then versus being able to find someone becomes annoying. Like it would be really, really, really difficult. And the way it is right now, right? Just to find someone unless they're on your friends list, and then they can join on my server and they can do all this other stuff. And like I don't want that, right? I don't want any friends list. I want, org mates, acquaintances, trusted contacts, whatever I want to come up with list wise. And then I want a messaging system. And then I want like Shopify, right? Like so Croncy has a store and he's a crafter and he's doing all this stuff. I like buying from him. Boom. Just make that connection really easy. I just look at Croncy's page, he has a public store, boom, 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 right, etc. So
I keep
think
talking
that's where
about
they were originally going with
please
Spectrum.
let us buy remotely and pick up physically. Like you still have to physically go get
Yes.
the item, but let me buy remotely.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Let me buy my order from Croncy, and then depending where his warehouse is going to be part of his strategic value, right? Like so he's saying, hey, I'm right in Stanton, I'm on Crusader, and it's really high rents I'm paying, but really easy for you to pick up or something, right? Like etc. like that.
Yeah.
Differentiation in the market.
Imagine how much better the game would have been this past year with all these like more org and party related events and activities if we just had at a literal bare minimum an org chat.
Yeah. Well, you
Just
can
an
make
and
one.
VoIP.
You could make
An
one.
org chat.
Yeah, no,
would
but
be
that's
nice,
what I'm saying. It's not having it be like a default is a negative.
Yeah.
You can make one, like you can make
we
channels
do
and
it.
add people, but it's
Yeah,
so
and then you need,
clunky.
that's what I'm saying. It's super clunky.
Yeah.
You have to add like
It's so
depending on
clunky.
your org, hundreds of people into the
Yep.
chat,
Yeah.
you know.
It's
And
awful.
VoIP has not been working at all, right? Like I
That's
have
what I
not had
mentioned in
any
chat.
success with VoIP.
Nobody said anything about VoIP yet. Will VoIP work in 2026? You're the guy to ask, Johnny. I know you're the one who loves it more than anyone.
I have, and I think I'm hoping that the example of Arc Raiders, because VoIP was huge for that game. I did not expect how big of an impact VoIP, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like it was all my theories about VoIP working well and strong, and even giving the AI voice changer, which I was really skeptical at first, but then I saw the implementation. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's going to let more people talk, right? Like people who don't have shitty mics or don't like their voice or whatever, they were talking, and everyone talked, right?
Yeah.
And then they define a culture because everyone talks. So solo queues are friendly, trios are sweats, and then duos is kind of in between, right? And that was cool, but that happened because of the player base, not because the company tried to do anything or whatever. They just made great tools. So yeah, my prediction for VoIP is I have no prediction for it because they my same video still stands up today. It is what 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah.
It's still the same, and I'm disappointed in that. But yeah, that's my predictions. Those three: dynamic meshing, Mission 2.0, and heavy socials. But I hope they do not reinvent the wheel on socials, and I hope they do not give us Spectrum in game.
No, thank you. But all right, Johnny, we'll let you go because we got two more and we got about 10 minutes. Happy New Year. Happy healthy. And look forward to talking to you soon.
Have a go, mate.
Same, Mike, and really pleasure talking to you. And I'm glad to hear about your dad too. So happy New Year.
Yeah.
Croncy,
everything's
again,
good.
Too. Super awesome talking to you. I'm really thankful for that. So take care, man.
Me too.
That's right.
See you in the verse.
All right, cheers. Johnny. Bye now. All right, Warbot Nix is next. Warbot, hello.
How we doing?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sure can.
Hello. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year.
Just to your dad, by the way.
Thanks.
All right. So he actually got through a big chunk of mine, which is socials. So yes, my prediction is at least some sort of template of socials needs to come in because crafting creates demand, and we need a sort of at least a basic marketplace.
Yeah.
To start selling. And
imagine we get crafting, and like they do make it in a way that people want to buy your stuff, and we still just have like general chat.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, but the NPCs buy them, and Wicklow wants them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember the days of just one to WTB constantly in MMOs. But yeah, I believe a marketplace is definitely needed. I initially thought maybe it'd be cool to have like system and remote marketplaces, but then I was like, no, that's complicating things. Probably not worth it. Maybe for Pyro, where if you just want to like stop by an outpost, there's a market only for there. You can buy it from there if it was sold there. But moving on though, I believe I'm gonna chunk this up a little bit. They're going to be skipping. I believe they're going to skip a few months of patches. Like I would suggest instead of once a month, I think we may see like 1 to 3 missed. So I'd say about 9 months, 9 patches this year.
What do we gain from it?
That's still quite a lot.
Yeah. What do we gain from that time?
So the reason why
Hopefully
I'm
better
saying that,
patches.
Hopefully
the
better
reason
patches. Hopefully
Yeah.
less
Mhm.
burned out devs, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my belief is Q1 we're gonna get the first iterations of probably the inventory and crafting because they need
Mhm.
inventory to do crafting. I do not think refining is going to be introduced with the Galaxy. I think they're going
Okay.
to introduce introduce refining with a smaller candidate, probably a new ship or ground vehicle or something that can be portable so that it's accessible with anybody that's got a big enough cargo hold.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Next marketing push for Squadron 42 starts in May with Invictus, and that's where I
I
believe.
I
Mhm.
don't think they will tie the marketing push to a Star Citizen event because
You don't think so?
we already play. We're all gonna a lot of us are gonna play Squadron. I'm sure a lot of people aren't, but a lot of us are gonna be
Yeah.
playing Squadron already. I think there's much. I don't have an advertising background. Once again, this is mostly on vibes again.
So
I
yeah. So
imagine
the
that it is
reason the
better
reason
marketing. Just
yeah
quickly, I imagine it is better marketing to start the push in a much more public and wider reaching way. Like I said, with like Summer Games Fest. If you started it with like Invictus, a lot of people aren't going to hear about it.
yeah, but that's the beginning. But then of course, basically the next month is Summer Game Fest, I
Mm,
believe. Isn't wait is Summer Game Fest June or July?
June, June.
June. Yeah. So May June. So the push will start then. Because what's tied with Invictus, it's a free fly, there's rentable ships, and also the theme of getting the players, at least the players, to start talking again,
Hmm.
will at least get started. Then, of course, we'll have the major public push going from there. Second, we will have another very, very, uh, I want to say, unsmooth cargo event again, but this
Okay.
time it'll be supplying the terraforming platforms to terraform Nix One.
Okay. So it'll
That
be bad but good. Like it'll
that would
Yes.
actually have
be
a
very
relevant.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Where
Changing the
the
Yeah.
scape of the game forever, but like actually,
yeah.
Yes.
that'd be kind of cool.
But guess what?
And
If
the
nobody
enemies.
turns in anything, they're still gonna make the planet.
I
No,
know.
no, they
Just
stick to
watch
their
it.
guns. Doesn't get terraformed. It's just nothing. It's just a white texture over the whole planet.
Just
Sorry,
a
guys, you
gray
didn't turn
texture,
anything in.
like spot right here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we missed one.
Sorry, guys. It's actually a way for them to cover up that they never made the planet. Sorry, guys. It wasn't our fault. You just didn't provide enough terraforming. Sorry.
Yep. And then that'll also like they're probably gonna have us craft certain things to bring to the platforms. So that's gonna force people to start like doing their own logistic lines to start doing like their own like weird version of assembly lines.
Mhm.
I'll say I think they'll do something like that eventually, but because they
Yeah.
specifically said that they just want to do like
Yeah.
FPS items and gear to start off
Yeah.
with, I don't think that they'll implement crafting. They might
Okay.
implement just like Wicklow style turn in XYZ that you found or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I don't think they're going to be like, hey, Croncy, go and make 20 steel girders and then bring the steel girders.
Yep. And I got to go soon anyway. But my
All good.
last prediction will be after the Riftbound prices stabilize. Um, we're gonna have we're gonna have Squadron 42 drop in probably in October in some form.
Interesting.
finished or unfinished. Because I believe GTA they did announce
So they announced a delay to November.
November 19th. Like that's the pin date they actually gave.
Yeah,
I
but they gave a
believe.
pin date last time as well. It's getting
Ah.
delayed again.
Oh, fair point.
It'll get delayed again.
All right. Well, I gotta get going. Otherwise I'll stick around. But take care, guys.
All right, we're back.
Appreciate it.
Be good, man.
Thanks for the call in, man.
Catch you up. All right, last caller, but he's deafened and muted, so we'll see. And he's usually here early. It's Space
No.
Monkey business. So we'll see if he unmutes and undeafens, but we'll give him a chance.
We can't even yell at him to undeafen. 'cause
No.
What?
Oh, he's there.
No, I'm here. But I watched
Hey.
this time. I watched YouTube and was so delayed that I didn't see the switch.
Yeah, YouTube's a little bit further behind for some reason, and
I think
yeah.
it's just YouTube's encoder because it's worse with streaming.
I also see it buffering right now, so hopefully it's good. So YouTube chat, are we good?
It says excellent. It says excellent connection.
Okay.
So, anyway,
Cool.
Space Monkey predictions. Let's go.
Oh, first, Happy New Year. And I got some wild ones. I mean, data running, I'm with Johnny. I think they hinted at it in one of the loading screens, and they, for some reason, changed the Herald for no reason or updated it. So it's some hints regarding data running. I don't know how it will look like. But
There was a
wasn't the
sneak
Herald
peek
update
too.
just for the, but yeah, wasn't the Herald update just for flat surfaces?
It was to make him
No,
more of a
I
missile
mean-
boat.
No, when you go into the Herald and there's a button, and when you press the button, some stuff comes out and it looks a little bit like a starfish, and it looks like dishes for scanning. So I don't know if
Interesting.
you've
Did not
seen
know
that.
No, I'm a Herald hater, not enjoyer.
It's some shit nobody uses, but they updated it, and I was like, why? There must.
Not sure
Um,
reason,
I think since they saw huge increase in player numbers and all the stuff,
Mhm.
I think there's a good chance for an update for reputation, the reputation system. That when you do some stuff and rep grind, that you get actual rewards for it. That would be
yeah,
pretty cool.
remember,
It would be
once again,
mo-
Ninetales Lockdown and when we used to get pieces of armor from CDF.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's tied to events now, and I think the logical
Yeah.
thing would be to tie it to the reputation. That and
Mhm.
it's very motivating. I mean, look at the numbers for last year; it's crazy, and having players playing the game and earning stuff, and not lose the stuff you earn, which is like
Mhm.
insurance system. Yeah, we talked about that, but it had a positive effect on their numbers, and I think they want to push for that.
Yeah.
Maybe just for pure business reasons. And then some wild one, hacking. I every year I hope.
Hacking.
Yeah,
Every
where
year it
is
gets
it?
mentioned.
It has
Every
to
year it
be.
gets mentioned.
Yes.
Because it's coming out this year.
Yeah, I can't believe that it's far away. It must be somewhere close. I don't know what blocks. What does it block? But
I think it's one of those mechanics it's just probably changed like many times in
Yeah,
development,
yeah,
right?
probably.
They just haven't been satisfied with the mechanic, and it feels like one of those mechanics that could be done 30 different ways, you know.
And it's pretty. I mean, easy to implement, but I don't see any tech hurdles to implement stuff. Big tech.
Well, no, yeah, I imagine it's once again they didn't want to feature on focus on features this past year,
Mm.
but then yeah, I think it's just they haven't found a place where hacking is good, right? Initial hacking wasn't particularly good because it was item button, I did it, and so they obviously want it to be more involved, but by it being more involved, now there's like a billion different ways that it could play out. And we will probably ruin it and make it absolutely garbage and boring.
Oh,
And so they need to, fix that.
No, just kidding. Yeah, that's basically it. Let's see. I don't have big predictions because they get sacked every year, but I think
Yeah.
those are pretty real in some way.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
Thanks.
guys. That's the
Happy New
predictions.
Year.
Yeah,
Happy New Year. See
Thanks for
you
calling in
in
as
the
always.
next episodes.
Yes, sir.
Sounds good.
All right, brother.
Catching it.
Have fun. Bye.
Bye now. All right, Croncy, we made it.
We did, and I said before the pod that I really wanted to come up with like a last year being the year of stability. What was this year? I maybe have come up with one. Is it the year of features, or is it like the year of like mini feature? I don't know.
Mine was
A
the year
lot of the predictions are like mini features.
the year of the little things was what I'm
The
hoping.
year of the little things. I like that. I like the
Yeah.
year of the little things. And one big thing, which is probably Squadron. But
Yeah, like there'll still be big things, but I do
Yeah.
hope that they focus on the little things a bit more this year.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. And I think we'll probably end up going that way. I do have one more prediction though, Mike.
Yeah, okay.
It's that you watching at home will subscribe to this channel right now. You can go below and press the button. Make sure to hit the notifications. We notified. We stream this live on YouTube and on Twitch over at SaltEMike's channel and my channel. So make sure you guys come and follow us there. I'm so smooth. That's my year. You're smooth. Yeah.
That was smooth. I also have one more prediction that we won't forget.
Shh, this is too fast.
To answer the call. Bye, everyone.